All the drama up in here. Time for some celebrity drama. Woo! That's right, I was up on Twitter and guess what was trending? Hashtag IStandWithTaylor. Well, apparently, if you're not in the know, I can't speak. Taylor Swift had taken to Twitter to say, "Don't know what else to do," and posted this little juicy, tasty piece of tea. Guys, it's been announced recently that the American Choice Awards will be honoring me with the Artist of the Decade award at this year's ceremony. I've been planning to perform a medley of my hits throughout the decades on the show. Scott, and excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun have now said that I'm not allowed to perform my old songs on television because they claim that would be re-recording my music before I'm allowed to next year. Additionally, and this isn't the way I had planned on telling you this news, Netflix has created a documentary about my life for the past few years. Scott and Scooter had declined the use of my older music or performance footage for this project, even though there is no mention of either of them or Big Machine Records anywhere in the film. Scott Borchetta told my team that they'll allow me to use my music only if I do these things. If I agree to not re-record copycat versions of my songs next year, which is something I'm both legally allowed to do and looking forward to. And also told my team that I need to stop talking about him and Scooter Braun. I feel very strongly that sharing what is happening to me could change the awareness level for other artists and potentially help them avoid a similar fate. The message being sent to me is very clear. Basically, be a good little girl and shut up, or you'll be punished. This is wrong. Neither of these men had a hand in the writing of those songs. They did nothing to create the relationship I have with my fans. So this is where I'm asking for your help. Please let Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun know how you feel about this. Scooter also manages several artists who I really believe care about other artists and their work. Please ask them for help with this. I'm hoping that maybe they can talk some sense into the men who are exercising tyrannical control over someone who just wants to play the music she wrote. I'm especially asking for help from the Carlisle Group, who put up money for the sale of my music to these two men. I just want to be able to perform my own music. That's it. I've tried to work this out privately through my team, but have not been able to resolve anything. Right now, my performance at the AMAs, the Netflix documentary, and any other recorded events I am planning to play until November of 2020 are a question mark. I love you guys, and I thought you should know what's been going on. Taylor. I think that was a bold play on her behalf. There's also been a lot of stars come out in her defense and that's backed her, like Katy Perry, Iggy Azalea, her good friend Martha Hunt, and Todrick Hall, and many, many more. Some of which, like Iggy Azalea and Katy Perry, who has lived in her shoes before. And quite frankly, everyone knows Taylor writes her own songs. She does. If she writes her own songs, she should have rights to those songs. Now, I know the law and contracts and all that. That's a very tricky thing. And this is also the sort of thing that's going to make future artists not want to get involved with big corporations, big music industries like this. Why should they have to when you can literally go the Gabby Hanna route and get famous on YouTube? Like, seriously, you can get just as famous on YouTube and be international like that. I mean, look at Colleen Ballinger. I mean, I know that's kind of a different thing, but she is a singer as well. You can be an international hit through YouTube, and this sort of thing is going to draw people away from the music industry and make more and more future artists want to go independent. I will say that I personally stand with Taylor. I don't know where you may be on the spectrum, but it's her music. She should be allowed to perform it. And I don't know why these men would get in the way of her performing it, unless maybe, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of bad blood there somehow. But I personally stand with Taylor. I want to know what you think about this down in the comments below. Do you stand with Taylor? Do you stand with the men that hold the contract? Technically, she's supposed to be able, after next year, the date that she talked about is when she's supposed to be able to officially re-own her songs and record them. And it turns out that, these men are telling her that if she does use this music, that they don't want her to refabricate it once she does own it. And that's BS. She wrote the songs, they're hers. She should be able to do whatever she wants with it. And that's just my personal opinion. But I'd like to know what you think about this down in the comments below. As well, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell button so you always know when I upload. And until next time, remember, I love you. Peace.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.